What the actual F is wrong with Kanye West? It's like a train wreck, and it's almost impossible to look away from this.
We'll be like, yo, you acting like a fat, you acting like, dog, you gay? And I used to deal with that when I was in high school. And what happened is it made me kind of like homophobic, because it's like I would like go back and like question myself, like, damn, why does everybody else walk like this and I walk like this?
But what if he is not having like a mental breakdown? What if he is dealing with his identity? What if he really is like attracted to men, but he can't come out and say it because he feel like he's going to be ridiculed by the media?
Kanye West is still out here causing chaos online, posting non-stop offensive and wild takes, you guys. Kanye is catching major heat once again after straight up celebrating Adolf Hitler's birthday. Yup, you heard that right. And we're going to be talking about how he admitted to having an relationship with his cousin when he was 14. Bianca, come and get your man. Matter of fact, take his whole phone away while you're at it, please. Thank you. In today's video, we're diving into the latest round of chaos from Kanye, who's once again making headlines for all the wrong reasons. It's messy, it's dark, and honestly, it's got people asking if there's anyone left in his circle willing to step in. So without further ado, let's break it all down. On Sunday, which was Easter, Kanye hopped on Twitter and dropped another round of anti-Semitic commentary, throwing shade at the Jewish community, questioning why they call Hitler the Antichrist while practicing Judaism. He also decided to celebrate Adolf Hitler's birthday with a screenshot of Hitler's birthday that he decided was important to share on April 20th. He says, how can Jewish people define Hitler to be the Antichrist when they are not Christian themselves? He then celebrated Hitler's birthday, writing, Hitler's birthday fell on Easter Sunday. These statements, wildly called out as deeply offensive and historically tone deaf, are just another addition to Ye's long-running anti-Semitic rhetoric. Even with the intense backlash from losing major brand deals to being dragged across social media by millions, Kanye shows zero interest in walking back his beliefs. If anything, he's doubled down, openly bragging that he's untouchable when it comes to facing consequences from the Jewish community. Just this past February, he dropped that Super Bowl ad promoting his Yeezy website, and within 24 hours began selling t-shirts featuring swastikas. The backlash was swift. Shopify banned his site, releasing a statement, all merchants are responsible for following the rules of our platform. This merchant did not engage in authentic commerce practices and violated our terms, so we removed them from Shopify. That same month, Kanye wrote, the idea of being Jew-proof is I said all these politically incorrect things and nobody was able to stop me, extort me, or threaten me to change anything. And I made $40 million the next day between my different businesses. He then clarified that he's not against members of the Jewish community as individuals, and that he continues to work and collaborate with people of that background and faith, writing, there's a lot of Jewish people I know and love and still work with. The point I made and showed is that I am not under Jewish control anymore. In war, you take a couple losses. I lost one of my favorite Yeezy designers named Simon. He tailored the Grammy dress. This was a major loss. We lost Malcolm, who was our lead stylist and shopper, who also found Simon. Maybe one day they will understand why I had to do what I did, and one day they will forgive my method. He goes on to say, Yeezy was also dropped by Shopify. This was a major victory because I hate Shopify and I always have. I knew they would be some. Anyone who's on Shopify, just know they control your market and they have all of your data, which raises the value of Shopify while excluding the brands from that upside. Ben Horowitz, please let me know if I basically have that right. I know I didn't graduate. Now, this latest controversy has sparked renewed calls for accountability from fans, civil rights organizations, and public figures across the board. And while Kanye continues to push the narrative that he's free from quote-unquote Jewish control, critics argue that his remarks not only reinforce dangerous stereotypes but also fuel hate speech and historical revisionism. Once hailed as one of music's most influential figures, Kanye now appears increasingly isolated, with many questioning how much longer his platform can withstand the weight of his own rhetoric. But if you thought it stopped here, you're in for one hell of a ride. Kanye is still on his tweet and delete spree, dropping everything from controversial music takes to outright bigoted comments. On Monday, just yesterday, Kanye dropped a new track titled Cousins on Twitter, and in the caption he breaks down the song's meaning and what it's really about. And I just gotta put a trigger warning because I don't think any of us were ready for this. So the lyrics read, I saw you outside again, just hanging out with your friends, hanging out with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We seen some kiss and we ain't know what that shit mean. Then we start reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head. Saw you outside again, just hanging out with your friends. And I know these about to judge me now, and I know these about to judge me now. Started off when we was hanging out. Told my cousin not tell nobody. Please no, don't tell nobody. People tell me to take it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to a man. They thought I was gay. And on Twitter, he wrote, this song is called Cousins, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. He said, perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Ye, and I sucked my cousins till I was 14. Tweet sent.
Kanye West said that he was sucking his cousin off as a child. As a child, he was sucking his cousin off. They were both children, but that happens a lot, especially in the Black community. Like, guys, you don't know how many times I've been talking to somebody about their childhood or childhood trauma, and they'll be like, yeah, my cousins used to come over and we used to play house and we used to do sexual things. My older cousin would touch me, or like they would just have sleepovers and then do sexual things. It's crazy, guys. Like, I've heard that a lot, and it's a lot of child on child predator situation in the Black community, but it goes so unspoken about, and a lot of times these kids don't tell their parents, so the parents never know. They get like pent up trauma, built up trauma throughout their childhood. They might become sexually active faster. It's crazy. And honestly, I think that Kanye West was a predator. He definitely was a predator. Be careful. Like, be careful when you sending your kids to other people's houses. Like, just be careful, because you never know. My son won't be going anywhere. I know that.
This isn't the first time Kanye's talked about his cousin. Back in 2018, he told Jimmy Kimmel that his cousin was locked up for murder and that he loved him. So he did a bad thing, but he still loved him.
And you can't explain love. You know, my cousin is locked up for murder, and I love him. And so he did a bad thing, but I still love him.
Now, some of the responses to Kanye's post has been one of shock and deep sadness, because while the internet is often quick to move on, this moment has struck a different chord, with many expressing genuine concern not just for Kanye, but also for his cousin. People are grappling with the weight of such a public confession, acknowledging the likely pain and trauma both Kanye and his cousin may have endured. We all can recognize the lasting effects of childhood sexual abuse and the urgent need for support, healing, and professional intervention. But let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments down below. This is all absolutely insane. I love you guys so much, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.